Erica from HeartsChat Radio Show. Akila and I are doing individual videos on a look back on the year, so a look back on 2016. So we will be sharing some of our goals that we set out to accomplish this year and sharing the ones that we accomplished and if there are any goals that we want to carry on into the new year. So I have a lot, 12 months, a lot happens in a year. So I have things written down on a piece of paper, which is actually the first item I would like to bring up. This year I did a lot of writing. I'm a writer, I love to write. I did a lot more writing than I normally do, and putting things on paper, having things in writing has been able to help me to accomplish my goals quicker because I remember them. I have them written down somewhere, so it's more concrete, which makes it more feasible for me to actually, accomplish that goal. I love looking at my journal and being able to go back. I have this journal, which I like. I got this from my mom, and I also have another journal that I was using because I didn't have this at the beginning of the year. The other journal I did that I got from my best friend. I love that journal. So I write things down, go in it, cross it out, and it's not. This year I noticed it wasn't exactly an effort on my part to make sure that I grab that journal and look at it every day on this day or this time. It was just my journal became a part of my life and just a part of my daily habit that I just would pick it up today, maybe wouldn't pick it up the next day, but the next day I would, maybe once a week, but at least once a week I was picking up that journal, looking through it, or writing something in it. So I would happen to see my goals, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, let me cross that out, or let me add something. So writing things down, really utilizing my journal was something that was very, very helpful for me this year. So a look back on 2016. I'm sharing my look back, and I'm also going to share some important lessons that I learned this year. So I have every month written down. So if you want to hear, hang out. I talk fast and try to make it quick. Don't want it to be an extremely long video. So, and I will add this last thing, just because this is me, little disclosure. HeartsChat. We called it that because it's HeartsChat, where we speak from the heart. So we talk from our hearts, speak from our hearts, and we share our personal information because for us, for me, speak for myself, being vulnerable is growth, I think. Being my authentic self, being real, being honest, and sharing a piece of myself, and to help myself, for me, and to maybe inspire someone else. I don't know. So in January, I had a relationship transition, and it was a time in my life where I really needed a lot of support. I'm used to being on the other end, where I am that supportive person for other people. And the times that I do need support, I have a habit of not always asking. And this year, I really made an effort to make sure that when I need support, or if I need someone for anything, that I reach out to someone, in my way, in the way that I can. And I did that. And it was overwhelming to see, wow, all of these people really care about me, and all these people be there for me and not judging me, but just really genuinely being there for me and wanting to help me. And I realized I have great friends. I really do have great friends. I have great family, and I have a really good network of people who are there for me, which I really appreciate. So, being able to open up in ways that I hadn't before was really, really, really freeing for me this year. So that was good. So something that I do that I've done for a long time is when challenging things happen in my life, I always try and look for the lesson in it. I try to learn from it and grow from it. And although the relationship transition was really tough, you know, I had a lot of growth, and I don't regret. Like, I don't regret anything about it because I learned a lot about myself, and I experienced a lot of growth this year. So that was January. Also in January, I had a long visit with my best friend, and she did the most amazing gesture for me this year, and it's really, really touching. And I made new friends in January, so that was really good. The lesson in January for me was taking risks, taking a chance, and not always waiting until X, Y, and Z happens, then, you know, or do this first, and then, for me, this year was just, you know what, live your life, just do it, just go. I will say, I think that, although it could be kind of lengthy, I do encourage you to take a look back at your year, month by month, or maybe see just the season, winter, spring, summer, and fall, and what happened this year. Um, I did month per month because I really wanted to show myself that, you know, sometimes you sort of take for granted the things that you accomplish, and you do. So go month by month because you may have forgot something or you may have overlooked something, and really look back at your year and give yourself a little more credit because you could be too hard. All right. February, I had an amazing vacation with my BFF, and that month, the theme, I really felt appreciated in the month of February, and it feels really good to be appreciated. So I really want to highlight that and point that out, because I feel when you really appreciate that things, when you're thankful for things and you're grateful and you have that attitude of gratitude, you attract it right back. Felt good to be appreciated, and I want to continue to be appreciated and appreciative of those in my life. In March this year, I think I grew even more. I think I developed more strength and more confidence in myself and my abilities. In April, I had my birthday in Spain, and I loved it. I had a great time. Again, another trip with my best friend. And if you would have asked me last year, what do you think you'll do for your birthday? That would have been like, I don't even know if that would have been a thought. But it was amazing. It was a great time. And I've always loved to travel, but I really, really realized in that moment that I love to travel. It just like makes my heart soar. Like, it's just what I love to do. And I did things there, like went for a jog in the park and went out to eat and walked around the city, things like that that I enjoyed. I'm like, I can do those things where I live too, and bring some of these things back with me and make it a habit to actually go for a jog in the park, go out for ice cream, go for a walk around the city if you want to. You know, you don't have to go on vacation to do vacation-like things, I guess. So that was amazing. In April, I also realized that God's got me, and He really does. Because this year, I'm telling you, it was a very challenging year for me, and I spent a lot of time praying, probably more than I ever have, and a lot of time talking to God. And I realized God's got me. I need to stop worrying so much and just know that He's got it, and that change is good. Transitions are good. It's really what you make of your situation. And I learned that, and I said, I'm going to embrace it and grow in this and be the best that I can be and try my best, do my best. Not perfect, but, you know, I'm trying and just, you know, doing that. So I learned that in April. In May, after the, you know, transitions that, you know, I was going through this year, in May, I was like, you know what, I'm okay. And I had some friends come to visit me. Now, I know maybe at this point you might be wondering, what is she talking about? These things are small. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're with me and you see some of these things, it's a little thing, but it's a big thing. And the little things really matter to me. And I think it's important that sometimes we don't have like huge things that happen every single month, but doesn't mean that those things didn't shape you or grow you and shape you or help you grow in some type of way, or that's not important. It is important. So I think it should be recognized, not just the big things, but the small things too, because they matter and they help to shape you and it helps to keep you going. Like just the fact that May, the lesson was I felt like I'm okay. Like I've got this. I'm doing this. Just that's it. And I had some friends visit. I live by myself. It's like, yes, I was happy. I was excited to have friends come visit me and to hang out. That means a lot to me when my friends take the time to put me in their schedule and make plans and spend their money to come visit me and to, come do things. It's nice, and I love having company. So that was really nice. In June, me and Akila went to a concert. We went to see Demi Lovato and Nick Jonas, and originally I was like, Nick Jonas, Demi Lovato, I like them, but they're not like anyone for me, I was like dying to see. But Akila was going with her younger cousin and her cousin's friend, and they really love them, and Akila was taking them as a gift, and so she invited me and Nicole. So I said, well, I love music, I love concerts, why not? I went, had a great time, and it was a great concert, so that was nice. In June, I had decisions that I had to make, and I took risks in June. My best friend got engaged in June, and I learned more about forgiveness. It's something I think that, I've learned in elementary school. As a kid, you do something, you say sorry, you're forgiven. If someone does something to you, they say sorry, you say it's okay, or whatever, it's forgiven, I forgive you. I really learned what it means to really forgive. I can forgive someone steps on my toe, but when you've been hurt, like it can be hard to forgive someone who's done that. So it takes certain level of strength, I think, growth, and maturity. And I showed myself that I've got that. So now we're at June. So I'm thinking, you're still listening, you're still with me. I hope that you can, even if you don't do this, but kind of just remember to give yourself credit for things, because we go about our days sometimes just living our lives without really stopping to reflect. And I just really want to highlight how important it is to reflect. If your goal is to be happier, if your goal is to be a better version of yourself, to improve every day, if your goal is to reach your goals, or if you have a goal, you got goals, I do think it's really important to really, really work on yourself, reflect on yourself, and giving yourself credit, being nice to yourself. You have to be nice to yourself. I know for me, I can be my own worst critic, and I can really tear myself down. But as easy as it is for me to do that, I practiced being able to build myself up too, and being able to give myself credit and being kind to myself, and being like, okay, yes, this happened, and yeah, and you had a mistake there, but let's not forget these other good things, because I think sometimes it can be easier to let the bad outweigh the good, and then we forget all of the good things because we're too focused on what went wrong. So just wanted to throw that in there real quick. In July, I remember feeling the feeling of relief. more vulnerability, and I felt like I was finding my way. I did Unstoppable Girls, I think that was around July, and I'm pretty sure my best friend asked me to be her maid of honor in July too. And I'm also my sister's maid of honor for her wedding, 2017. She has two, me and my other sister. In August, I had some work stuff, my licensing application for therapy and all that kind of stuff. And I wrote down faith, like really just having faith. And I remember kind of still reminding myself, just believe, have faith. That was a theme I remember doing a lot in August. September, more work-related things. In October, Akil and I had HeartsChat seminar, and it was really our first speaking engagement outside of Unstoppable Girls. We've done Unstoppable Girls for a couple years now, and we're looking forward to next year, 2017, Unstoppable Girls. But outside of that, we hadn't done any yet, and so we got our first speaking engagement, and we did that. And I know I was nervous about that, because it's one thing to do HeartsChat where we're in the comfort of, like, the couch and everything, and we're talking to the computer essentially, even though I really feel like I'm talking to somebody. But in front of a group of people that are adults, not kids. Unstoppable Girls is with like young girls and young adults, and more our thing, more of our comfort zone. It was stepping outside of my comfort zone, and I loved it. I want to do more of that. And although I've said before, public speaking, I did it, and I enjoyed it, and I would do it again. And I hope that Akila and I get more opportunities to do more speaking engagements, and that we improve and get better at that. Also in October, my papa and grandmother visited me. So that was nice. I really always enjoy when they visit. In November, of course, there is Thanksgiving. And I labeled it, and I got family advice. And I started opening up more with certain family members around November. December, of course, is Christmas, and there were certain, nothing dangerous or extreme, but certain things that applied to my personal physical health that I wanted to do, and so I did in the month of December, and just making more of an investment in myself and saying, you want to do this, you want to do that for you, to help you feel better, you're worth it and you should be able to do that. So making those type of decisions in the month of December. Some of the lessons I learned this year, 2016. So we'll look back on 2016. I guess some of these things were goals, personal goals I set for myself. Some of them are just things that happened this year that I want to look back and say, I grew, and I did that, and I accomplished that, and I made it, and I'm okay, and I've improved since the previous year. Because I'm constantly making goals. I might have a goal for this week. I might have a goal for this month. Of course, I have goals for the year. I don't just have standard set. I'm always writing down my goals, crossing them out, accomplishing them, So I don't have exactly, this was my main goal for 2016, because there was a lot of things that I wanted to do. There were a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish, and I'm always making small goals to connect to my bigger goal. So I do that. I will say that it's been very cool to look through my journals and see my goals that I have been able to cross out, and then going back in there, and crossing things out. And like I said, seeing what was already crossed out. That's a great feeling. I love that. So some lessons that I learned is I don't have to explain myself. I don't. If I want to, alright. If I don't have to. That's a lesson I learned, and that is a very freeing lesson for someone who I get a little frustrated when I'm misunderstood. Okay, a lot frustrated when I'm misunderstood. So I feel the need to kind of explain. I don't have to. Caring what others think. I do care about what other people think. But a lesson I learned this year is why? Who cares? Stop caring about what other people think. Again, so freeing. And I'm happy that I learned that lesson. Of course, I've heard it my life and I've tried. Like, don't care what other people think. But to actually get to a point where you can actually say, I don't. And the final thing, there's this verse in the Bible that I've heard a lot in just snippets, basically to guard your heart. And it's followed me for years and years. And this year it finally clicked. I finally understood what that means, to guard your heart. And of course that was for me. I needed to hear that. So that's the lesson that I was fortunate enough to learn this year. So Akila and I will soon, every year we do a New Year's episode and we talk about our goals and goal planning. So definitely look out for that in the next couple weeks or so, maybe next week, I'm thinking. And again, look forward to Akila's video. She's going to share her look back on 2016. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this was beneficial in some way. If not, it was definitely like I don't know the word, but it felt good. It felt good to do this. It's like a online journal or something for myself. So it helped me. So hopefully maybe you like the idea of doing your own look back on your year, writing things down and kind of seeing where you were and where you are, and recognizing your growth and recognizing that you may not be where you want to be, but you're not where you were yesterday. So I will catch you later. Have a good day.
Thank you so much for listening to HeartsChat today, where we speak from the heart. We hope that you enjoyed our show. Catch us every Sunday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel and on our website, which is HeartsChatRadioshow.com. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages at HeartsChat Radio on Instagram and at HeartsChat on Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope.
We love to hear from you. If you have any comments or questions or topics that you want to hear about, you can email us at HeartsChat@HeartsChatRadioshow.com. And for all of your personal relationship questions, please visit my blog from ericasheart.com. Thank you for listening to HeartsChat, where we speak from the heart.